Greetings from Washington. To President Bolsonaro, Minister Pontes, Minister França, and everyone gathered in Brasilia today, congratulations on Brazil signing the Artemis Accords. Brazil and the United States have a long history of cooperation in scientific discovery, including the exploration of outer space for peaceful uses. Now, we'll carry that partnership into a new era of space exploration, working together. Building upon the legacy of the Apollo space program, the Artemis program, named after Apollo's twin sister in Greek mythology, will land the first woman and the first person of color on the surface of the moon. Together with international and commercial partners, it will establish the sustainable human exploration of the solar system. And it will allow us to develop the technology and experience necessary to mount a historic human mission to Mars. While the Artemis program will be led by NASA, it will be a truly international effort, and Brazil will be an important part of it. The Artemis Accords were written to be inclusive. It's our intention to invest in space exploration and development in a manner that promotes our fundamental belief in democracy, the rule of law, science, transparency, human rights, and the economic value of fair trade and private enterprise. The Artemis program will also include public-private sector partnerships, ranging from delivering cargo to the Lunar Orbiting Gateway Station to producing the spacecraft that will land on the moon's surface. And while the Accords are a non-binding government-to-government commitment, we hope these principles will create an environment in space that's conducive to robust commercial investment, development, and operations to create a vibrant space economy, producing the jobs and careers of the future. So, on behalf of the United States government, let me say how pleased we are to welcome Brazil to the Artemis Accords. You join our existing partners from across the globe, as well as new signatories, New Zealand and the Republic of Korea, all working to advance international cooperation for peaceful and responsible space exploration and activities. We hope that other spacefaring nations will follow Brazil's example and consider making their own commitment to the Artemis Accords and its principles. This is an exciting time for our countries, for science, for all of us who ever looked up at the night sky and wondered when the mysteries of space would be unlocked. Thank you for being on this journey with us, and congratulations. Hello, everyone. Juneteenth has been a sacred day for our country for 156 years, although it took far too long for it to be recognized that way. It represents the day 2.5 years after President Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation abolishing slavery, when news of that proclamation finally reached Texas, and the enslaved black Americans there learned that they were free. Since then, Juneteenth has come to represent some of the most powerful lessons of our history about the preciousness of freedom, the evil of slavery, the persistence of the racist laws and systems that upheld it, and the gap that often exists between our ideals and the realities of people's lives. Because as Juneteenth illustrates, it's one thing to say that all women and men are free. It's another thing for those words to finally come true. We cherish our national values of freedom, justice, opportunity for all. But there's still so much work to do to make those ideals real for everyone. The legacy of slavery and centuries of institutionalized racism still live on. Our country still faces huge racial disparities in health, as we've seen during the pandemic, education, income, home ownership, justice and policing, and political access and representation. And the harder we work to close those gaps, the closer we get to equality, the stronger we are at home and abroad. At our best, we're a country driven by that first sentence of our Constitution. We want to form a more perfect union. That means we don't sweep our shortcomings under the rug. We confront them openly and transparently. That can be painful, even ugly, but it makes us who we are. And it sets us apart in the world. Juneteenth is a day for us to remember our history and recommit to addressing the biases and injustices that remain, so that in this country, founded on the promise of liberty and justice for all, we can build a future that's more fair, more prosperous, more peaceful than our past. Thank you.